and this entire area is experiencing Wemby mania. He is a transcendent talent whose team has been one of the more pleasant surprises in the NBA to start this basketball season. Victor Wembanyama and the Spurs getting ready for action against a professional baller in Kevin Durant and the hot Houston Rockets. Play tonight features the Houston Rockets taking on the San Antonio Spurs in the highly competitive West Group C. Let's give you a refresher on the NBA Cup as we get into the second week of play. 30 teams split into 6 groups of 5. Each team plays 4 group games, 2 home, 2 road. 8 teams advance to the knockout round, 6 group winners, and 2 wild cards. And welcome everybody, Ian Eagle, Stan Van Gundy, Cassidy Hubbard, the rest of our prime crew. This matchup is highly anticipated. You get the rivalry that's been very natural in Texas through the years, and these two teams are excellent. San Antonio, it feels like they're taking that next step, Stan.
Yeah, they're certainly ready to. Already, right now, the second best defense in the league, mainly because of Wembanyama. But their offense is pretty good. They're a little above average, and that's without De'Aaron Fox and now Dylan Harper down, Luke Cornett down. When they get people back, this is going to be a team to deal with.
Wemby has been must-see TV, as we know, in year number 3. He looked unstoppable through the first 5 games of the season.
Well, he did. He averaged over 30 points a game on 56% shooting. And again, in those they had Dylan Harper. He had a little bit more help, so he had a little bit more space on the floor. It's been more of a struggle the last 2 games.
And those last 2 games that you alluded to, the numbers are down compared to the tough start that teams had dealing with him, but they've adjusted, and Cassidy has more on that.
Yeah, Ian, Victor Wembanyama has been very candid about how he's been feeling on the court lately, even admitting that the game is moving really fast for him right now. The double teams are coming at him quicker than he's ever experienced before. He called for his team to adapt as a collective, but said there's no real way to practice for it. You have to face it on the court and learn to recognize it in real time, because defenses aren't getting any softer or easier. And the Rockets have the size and depth to test that tonight. Alperen Sengun told me they're planning to throw everybody at him. Kevin Durant said he's the kind of player you have to game plan from every angle. So for Wemby, this is another night of learning, and for the Rockets, another shot to make him earn every inch, guys.
And Cassidy, you mentioned the Houston defensive mindset. Offensively, so much firepower. They have a chance to do some really special things offensively this season.
Look, they're leading the league in scoring. They have the best offensive rating in the league. They have the best three-point percentage in the league. They are the best offensive rebounding team in the league, and they shoot the second most free throws. There's nothing this team isn't doing well offensively right now, other than a few too many turnovers.
So the countdown to tip-off continues here in San Antonio. We're also monitoring the fashion choices being made back in the studio. In particular, Steve Nash. He went with a very smart polo shirt. I would say probably very expensive as well, Steve.
Well, I would think so, but it doesn't match up with your tie, I'll tell you that. That tie is outstanding.
It's power tie.
And Steve, in your polo shirt, the question is, can this Houston Rocket offense remain this efficient without having a true point guard on the roster?
With Amen Thompson. Recognition, playmaking, his ability to make his teammates better has definitely taken a step. Most important thing he does for the Rockets, though, is rim pressure and paint touches. You see there in pick and roll, getting to the backboard. Here, they're playing 3-man action. Sengun is a hub, just making simple passes for layups. You can see the growth and maturity in his passing and decision-making. Here he recognizes we can get an opportunity in transition. This guy's an elite athlete, and drawing 4 guys to the paint, wide open 3. He's a really, really impressive young man. I think for someone to transition to point guard in the NBA on a team that's leading the league in offense, this is an unbelievable amount of growth early in this year, and I think it's been a lot of fun to watch him.
Yeah, I think the temptation sometimes for young point guards or a guy that's switching to a different position is, okay, I'm going to look at other point guards, right? Who's done it really, really well, and they try to emulate that style. My favorite thing about him in Thompson is he's just playing point guard the way he should play point guard. He's using his athleticism to get downhill, and now that athleticism puts pressure on the rim. Now you have easier passes, easier kickouts. So don't try to be the guard that comes off the screen and baits and does all this. Just be the guard you are. Be the player you are. Use the gifts that you've been given, and that's how you get your teammates open, and he has clearly done that.
And the unsung hero for me has been Josh Okogie. And 5-0 since he's been in that lineup, but I tell you what he does. As much as they use Amon Thompson, he gives them the opportunity to rest. He takes that defensive matchup on the other end. He'll guard those 1 through 5 guys. So as much as we're putting on Thompson's shoulders to be the guy offensively and defensively sometimes, he gives him an opportunity to rest defensively and be able to do what he needs to do offensively. So I love him in the lineup, and he's shooting the ball very well from 3. So perfect 3-and-D guy to be in that lineup right now with that team.
And Dirk, oh, go ahead.
No, I've been impressed with this Rockets offense. Honestly, when Fred VanVleet went down, we all thought they're going to have trouble to score at times, but they're the #1 offense in this league. And, KD is obviously he's getting older, but he's still elite in ISOs. They're using Şengün as a hub, as Blake referred to him as earlier, making plays for himself, making plays for others. It's been incredible to watch. So they're off to a great start, and it's been tremendous.
Not to mention that offensive rebounding, right? It's nice when you have a good offense, and then you're getting extra possessions at a historic rate. So it's been fun to watch them put all these pieces together that maybe we weren't sure how this is going to work. It's not always easy to connect all those dots.
No, not at all.
I also think that they're so good on the offensive boards that helps their defense. When you have a team and you have to game plan against the Houston Rockets team, and you say, okay, they're rebounding at this clip, everybody better come back in and help rebound. This is not an individual box-out game. Now teams can't run on them as much. Now, with their length, they get to get back and set up their defense, and it's hard to score on length in the half court. So their offensive rebound is providing defense for them.
I mean, Ime Udoka has done a great job. We're looking at a team who's improved offensively. Their numbers went up. Their assist numbers went up without a point guard. Their defensive numbers went up. So shout out to Ime. We can't forget about him.
Everything's going up.
And also, stepping up when Fred VanVleet went out. To your point, Amon Thompson came right in and has been cooking. After a quick break, we'll get you out to San Antonio for tip-off. Katie and the Rockets taking on the Spurs in their NBA Cup opener after this.
NBA Cup with coverage on Prime.
NBA Cup play has arrived.
Wingstop, West Group C. The San Antonio Spurs hosting the Houston Rockets. All the action tonight here on Prime. And this West Group C has San Antonio, Houston, Portland, Denver, and Golden State. Arguably the most competitive of all the groups.
I don't even think it's arguable. By far the toughest group in the Emirates NBA Cup.
Amend my statement. Definitely the most competitive group in the NBA Cup. Let's check out the starting lineups tonight for the Rockets and the Spurs. Houston going with Thompson, Okogie, Durant, Smith, and Şengün. This is a team that doesn't have a natural point guard necessarily, but Thompson has certainly stepped forward and has looked very comfortable handling the ball. Meanwhile, San Antonio has been shorthanded. It has not stopped them from getting off to a 5-2 start with Vassell, Castle, the Rookie of the Year, Wembanyama, Barnes, and Champagnie. The Aaron Fox will make his season debut tomorrow night. It is Mitch Johnson, his first full season as the head coach of the Spurs. He likes what he has seen thus far and the steps that they've collectively taken to now be considered in a group of teams that you think could make some noise come playoff time. And then Ime Udoka. Last year, maybe they were a bit of a surprise in how well they played in the regular season. They're surprising nobody now except that they have been a juggernaut on offense.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody thought, even with the addition of Kevin Durant, that they would be the best offensive team in the NBA, but that's where they are right now.
And a fantastic matchup in the middle. Wembanyama and Şengün. The Spurs control the tip. NBA Cup action underway here in San Antonio. Feed it. Corner. Champagny jumper. No. Wembanyama keeps it alive. And it's controlled by Smith.
When you see right off the bat, Josh Okogie on Wembanyama.
Houston coming off a 124-109 win in Memphis on Wednesday night. They shot 47% from the field, 43% from downtown. Thompson with the shot clock winding down. Tried to spin on Castle. Şengün lets it fly. Air ball caught by Okogie. It'll be too late either way. Shot clock violation.
Well, you see Şengün playing behind that three-point line right now, trying to pull Wembanyama away from the basket, which should open up drives for his teammates.
San Antonio had a tough loss at the Lakers Wednesday night. Castle, a bump. Late whistle. He is going to the free throw line. The Spurs got outscored 21-10 down the stretch. That was a foul fest in LA. They lost 118-116 to the Lakers.
They did, but look, no Dylan Harper and no De'Aaron Fox, and where that's really going to affect you is down late in games where point guards can take control of the game. Stephon Castle forced into playing out of position.
So Dylan Harper is out with a calf injury. He suffered that against Phoenix. We'll have little something later with De'Aaron Fox, that right hamstring injury during training camp. But the second half of the back-to-back tomorrow night looks like Fox will be a part of it for San Antonio as they host New Orleans. 1-0 lead. Castle splits a pair. Durant feeds the cutter. Şengün with the touch.
And Kevin Durant now very used to being blitzed and double-teamed on pick and rolls. Made a really nice pass.
Working around the perimeter, the veteran Barnes. Feed it. Wembanyama, two bodies in the area to slap it out of bounds.
Well, and here's Durant. And look, the first 5 games, Durant was averaging 27 and under 2 assists a game. Now people have loaded up on him, only averaging 16 over the last 2 games, but 5 assists a game. Very unselfish.
Wembanyama crosses over on Thompson, drives in and lays it home.
That is a big-time move against a premier defender. Thompson, an all-defensive defender, and Wembanyama able to take him off the dribble.
Pull up pop. Durant in and out. Rebounded by Wembanyama. Get it ahead. Castle makes a sharp cut on Thompson. The pull up pop. Too strong. Şengün with the board. Spurs shot it at 49% in that loss, but committed 19 turnovers. Thompson lines it up, knocks it down. It's a tray.
That's only his 3rd or 4th made 3 of the year. If he ever gets to where he could even be mid-30s for
could be
3,
scary.
Unstoppable.
Poke away by Okogie, and then the hustle of Okogie, the steal and slam.
Well, this has become the strategy against Wembanyama, playing with smaller but strong, quick guys who can get up under him, and then you've got your bigger guys coming to help when he puts it on the floor.
Okogie is 6'4", but he's got a 7-foot wingspan, and that gives them a lot of versatility defensively. Castle, the dribble drive. Couldn't finish it. Şengün clears. It's a man-up advantage if they hurry. Castle late to get back. Durant is fouled. And it will be Vassell picking up the personal.
Here it is. You see, just gets right into him, reaches. Wembanyama tries to get the loose ball on the floor, can't get to it. And Houston turns it in to 2 points.
Josh Okogie, he's been with Minnesota, Phoenix, Charlotte. He's on a 1-year, $3.1 million deal, but the role has been there for him so far because of the multi-dimensional aspect that he brings to the floor.
Well, no question. I mean, the first 2 games of the year, Ime Udoka started his big lineup. Adams and Şengün together. They lost 2 really close games, and then put Josh Okogie into the starting lineup. Steven Adams coming off the bench. Both of them have been outstanding.
Champagnie off the side of the rim. It's rebounded by Smith. This is a really big Houston squad and long. Smith off the back, repost from Durant. Smith goes to work. A little too much on it. Spurs are 1 of 5 from the field. High dribble for Castle. Having a catch with Champagnie. Wembanyama wants it. Couldn't get it to him. Vassell catching fire. Rims out on a 3. Wembanyama with the reach. Amongst 3 defenders, kicks it out. Corner pop is good, and it's Barnes who drains it.
Wow, great job by Wembanyama there. Smaller guy on him, just able to rebound over the top.
And a 9-6 lead for Houston. Rockets are riding a 5-game winning streak. Led the Grizzlies by as many as 21 2 nights ago. Şengün goes to work. Okogie, bottom, a 3.
Well, I think that's been the surprise with Okogie. He's shooting over 50% from 3 to start this year. He's always been a great defender and athlete, but not a great three-point shooter. This year, he's started on fire.
He's 30% in his career. Wembanyama will pick up the offensive foul as he made contact with Şengün.
Well, that's Wembanyama's second turnover in these last 5 games, or last 2 games. He's been averaging 5.5 turnovers. So that's his 13th turnover in just over 2 games.
Houston is 4 of 7 from the field. They've made 2 out of their 3 three-point attempts. Durant, that pass deflected, intercepted by Champagnie. Barnes, the push up the floor. Early offense for Wemby. 1-on-1. Now a second defender, Thompson. Working around the perimeter. Champagnie back for Vassell. And he's fouled at a 3. Chance for 4. Devin Vassell on target.
Well, and a great job by San Antonio playing against the double team, just like our guys in the studio talked about it before the game. Wembanyama makes the simple pass out. The ball rotates around the entire perimeter, comes back to Vassell. He knocks it down, and a chance at a 4-point play.
Missed it at the line. Okogie picks up the personal 12-9 lead for Houston. Early whistle. Vassell extended out defensively. We're going to get our first substitution as Jeremy Sohan will check in. Keldon Johnson getting ready as well for San Antonio. And they will replace Vassell and Champagnie unless Wembanyama is going to take a seat. He will. Second foul on Vassell, but he remains out there. Feed it, Şengün against Sohan. Şengün, he's tough. The follow goes. Jabari Smith Jr. crashing the boards.
Well, this is what Houston does. First in the league in offensive rebound percentage. To get back over 40% of their misses, and they score almost 21 second chance points a game.
Vassell turns it over. 6th Group C with a 10-point win against the Knicks. Kawhi Leonard with a buzzer beater to knock off the Pelicans and the Group of Death. West Group C, Portland upsets Denver last Friday, 109-107. So it's the wins and losses, but it's also the diff. You have to keep that in mind. The point differential plays a key role.
Oh, absolutely, because you know we're going to need tiebreakers. And that Denver Golden State game is huge tonight.
Out of the timeout, Durant missed it, and Keldon Johnson is there for the board.
Well, Keldon Johnson just off to a great start this year coming off the bench. Shoots 64% from the floor and averaging 13 points and almost 5 rebounds.
Sohan, the screen, it was illegal. Turnover, San Antonio.
I like that they're making that call now. One of the things that people wanted to do, the roll men want to release early, and they were just coming up and just pushing guys a little bit to create space. That's impossible to defend. That's a call the referees need to make.
You always taught it. You have to maintain your position, let the play out.
Absolutely is what you're trying to do.
Şengün missed it, point-blank range, knocked out of bounds. Spurs take over.
And this is what we're talking about. Watch Shohan. He just wants to bump him. That's not a lot of contact, but it's impossible for Okogie to get through. It's a call that needs to be made.
Houston was trying to make some substitutions here. San Antonio inbounds it. So Adams and Eason will wait for the next dead ball. Vassell playing with those 2 fouls. Spurs trail the Rockets by 5. Sohan against Şengün. Sohan dishes, and Keldon Johnson is there for the finish.
That's a great cut and an excellent find by Sohan.
14-11 Houston, just past the halfway point of the first quarter. Here's Durant one-on-one with Barnes. He rises up, and it rims out. Tough rebound there by Castle. Early offense. Vassell, short. Johnson comes away with the offensive rebound. Barnes, bottom. It's a 3.
That's Barnes' second 3. Both of them off offensive rebounds.
We're tied at 14. Barnes went down. Durant takes advantage and splashes it from the outside. Rockets lead by 2. Get into it quickly here. Is Barnes hot? He is! Trifecta, Harrison Barnes. He's 3 of 3 from deep.
Well, the first 3 games of the year, Harrison Barnes shot 18% from 3, 2 for 11. Now the last 4 games, over 60% from 3.
And a travel from Amen Thompson.
Barnes now 3 for 3. Nice simple play. Sohan now an excellent ball handler and passer. Remember, Greg Popovich played him for a while as a point guard and allowed him to develop this part of his game, and a great cut by Keldon Johnson.
So changes here for Houston with Steven Adams into the game. Tari Eason as well. Castle give it up for Johnson. Hard drive. Tough finish. Full extension from Keldon Johnson.
Nice lift off the bench here for the Spurs with Keldon Johnson and Sohan.
It's a 10-2 run. Champagnie is back in, replacing Vassell, and a push called on 14-year veteran Harrison Barnes. We're going to see our first look at Reed Shepherd, the second-year guard out of Kentucky, replacing Josh Okogie. So with no Fred VanVleet, certainly Houston looking for production from that spot. Durant, lob it up. And Adams could not jam it down.
Great pass by Durant. Now, second time we've seen him make great plays out of the side pick and roll.
Johnson lost his footing for a moment. Sohan, unorthodox. Comes up short. Offensive board. And the putback goes. Keldon Johnson is playing big for San Antonio. A 7-0 spurt for the Spurs. Timeout. Rockets.
Let's settle in, okay? Settle in. Down here, we got to get bodies on bodies. We got to rebound. Down there, you guys are doing a good job. Don't mistake pace for speeding yourself up.
Prime access, words of Mitch Johnson, and it's playing out exactly as he illustrated to his team.
Absolutely. They're going against the best offensive rebounding team in the league. Made the emphasis on rebound. It's got to be almost the #1 key against Houston is you've got to defensive rebound.
7-0 run, extended 12-2 run for San Antonio. Durant going to work over Barnes, and it's rebounded by Champagnie.
That's the third mid-range jumper that Durant's missed tonight. We don't see that very often.
Castle lob. Sohan trying to wedge it in, and it's out of bounds. Wembanyama will check back in. And Lindy Waters III will see his first action of the night.
Well, great job by San Antonio, who outscored Houston by 8 in the time Wembanyama was on the bench.
Houston is 2 of 3 from three-point territory, but they have not attempted one in over 6 minutes of game action.
Well, it's pretty typical for them. They lead the league in 3% shooting, but they're 29th in attempts. They don't shoot a lot of them.
Ime Udoka frustrated. Kevin Durant is going to take a seat. And he's joined there by Jabari Smith Jr.
Well, each team already with 4 turnovers in this game in the first 9 minutes.
Barnes is human. Rebounded by Eason. 5-point lead for the Spurs. We are under 3 minutes to go in this opening quarter. Kelly Olynyk taking off the warm-up for San Antonio. Will check in next dead ball. Shepard, the jumper is silky smooth.
Yeah, that's what he does. This guy's a great shooter and uses the screen by Steven Adams, who, in addition to being the best offensive rebounder in the league, is one of the elite screeners in the NBA.
Sohan forced to give it up. 10 to shoot. Wembanyama. The pass inside. Sohan tried to create space, couldn't finish it, and didn't get a call. On the move is Thompson. Picked up by Waters. Thompson, a tricky dribble. And the rebound knocked over to the Spurs.
Spurs doing a great job on the defensive glass, where they came in as the 3rd best defensive rebounding team in the league.
3 ball. Off the mark from Wembanyama. Offensive rebound, reload. Barnes give it up. Ball fake. Wemby can't hit the 3. And cleared by Adams. Spurs have missed their last 5 shots. 1:26 to go here in the first. Şengün, help from Wembanyama. Ball got knocked away. Şengün goes back to get it. Shot clock at 5. And Johnson gets called for the foul. San Antonio 21, Houston 18. Rockets with 12 to shoot. Şengün. Little bully ball from Şengün. He gets the deuce.
Well, he can do that. This guy's got great skills. Footwork skilled, and Wembanyama stripped again.
Eason goes upstairs for the slam.
That is the 2nd time tonight they've stripped Wembanyama and taken it down for an easy 2.
Kelly Olynyk in. So 2 bigs for San Antonio. Olynyk drags Şengün with him. Oh, that was a nice move by Kelly Olynyk to get the floater. 23-22 Spurs. 2-for-1 opportunity. Şengün. Short. Rebounded by Waters, weaving his way through traffic. Johnson, the cut, little Euro, it's blocked by Adams. Şengün was there as well. There's a 3-second difference, shot clock to game clock. Thompson handles it, he's watched by Sohan, high screen, Şengün. Bounce it, Şengün, corner. Eason, book it, a 3.
Well, Tari Eason has just been on fire all year off the bench.
And a foul called as Shepard came out to greet Waters with 3.3.
This is what we talked about in the pregame and in the studio. Teams are coming at Wembanyama early and hard. They just attacked his dribble, and then Şengün just bullies Wembanyama down low.
Houston had the foul to give. Rockets and Jae'Sean Tate into the game. Final 3.3 of the quarter. Smith returns for Houston as well.
Well, they went a smaller lineup here. They're going to switch everything.
Waters, 2 seconds. 1 second. Waters! It's an air ball at the horn. He thought he was hit on the arm. And that is how the quarter ends here in San Antonio. The Rockets lead it 25-23. When we come back, Cassidy Hubbard with more on this new Spurs fan section. The Jackals on Pro.
We're trying out for the best fans.
Are you ready to get on your feet? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Black and silver, let's go Spurs!
That's what I'm talking about.
That was Victor Wembanyama holding tryouts for what he designed to be a super fan section. And he pitched this idea to Spurs leadership, and it turned into this, the Jackals. Wemby handpicked most of these people, including captains, a chant leader, and this fan right here alongside me, known as Big Red. And Big Red, can you tell me just what went into designing this super fan section with Victor Wembanyama?
So Cassidy, what kind of came with this was Victor needed somebody to emulate his home, his land. And so we were picked by the Spurs and by Victor to be his fan section. So every night, every minute, we're bringing energy for the rest of the stadium. And you're not gonna stop until we win. And it is our birthright. So every 29 other franchises know that when we are coming, we're coming for you, baby.
You heard that. And these fans get season tickets and parking for $9.99, but have to show up to at least 75% of the games. I don't think that's going to be a problem, guys.
Yeah, I didn't know we were going to get a combination of Macho Man and Raleigh fingers tonight in the Jackals fan section.
You know what? I love it. As grew up an A's fan living in the Bay Area, so you getting Raleigh fingers. That's big time right there.
26-25, San Antonio in front as Waters nails the triple. Şengün, deep position on Wembanyama. Şengün, that little extra move gets him the deuce.
Well, great patience, great footwork, but he's just overpowering Wembanyama down low right now. And you see this all the time with Houston when they play two bigs together. Şengün and Capella now, they go to this 2-3 zone.
Jordan McLaughlin is in. Johnson, it was a block, and he touched it last, out of bounds.
Şengün just being patient here. No double team coming. He just backs down. One extra move gets the space to put the ball in.
27-26. Rockets in front. Şengün doesn't take it. It's Thompson. Misses on a 3-ball. Rebounded by Wembanyama. Out deep, Eason draws the assignment. Johnson, the roll, the kick, it's too high for Waters, out of bounds.
It's a 6th San Antonio turnover. Wembanyama made a very nice pass on the pick and roll as the ball handler. Imagine running pick and roll with a 7'4" guy handling the ball. We didn't see much of that.
Kick it, Şengün, can't hit the 3. Crash the boards, Capella controls it, and they get a reload here as the ball was tipped to the backcourt by San Antonio. Shepard with 6 to shoot. Cross court, Thompson's gonna have to make it happen, and does. Drains the triple.
It's his second made 3 of the night.
Amen Thompson, career 22% three-point shooter coming into the season.
They didn't shoot 18% tonight. Capella gets another block.
The denial by Capella. McLaughlin will take it in for 2. Played with Minnesota, played with Sacramento on a 1-year deal. His ability to score off the dribble. 7-0 run. Ball is knocked out of bounds, and it will stay right here. It'll be Castle and Vassell checking in. David Robinson, the Admiral, in attendance.
He was a pretty good player.
That's it?
Yeah, pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
All right.
MVP of the league.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, not bad. Not bad.
Not
Hall
enough for
Famer.
a stand crush, but you give him pretty good. Oh, we have some spillage. We have stopped the game because somebody's drink went kablooey. What other sporting event can you find this in, Stan, where the action is halted?
None that I'm aware of.
And this is like a 17 towel job. Was it that man? Was it that woman? We don't know.
And what was the drink? Was it water?
I don't think so.
Was it a soda? Was it a beer?
I feel like There was something that probably had a sticky substance because they had to bring in extra towels.
We need an investigation going on to see exactly what it was.
Cassidy's with big red still, so.
Okay.
30-28 Houston. High screen, Capella. Thompson for Şengün, 8 to shoot. Shepherd drives, the teardrop for Reed Shepherd. $16 points in the paint for the Rockets. Vassell off the bench, but could not make the three. Thompson, very quick. Şengün, extra. Capella, back for Şengün. They got to get it out of the paint and do. It's knocked out of bounds.
Great job by Vassell to knock that away because Tari Eason was wide open.
Durant returns. He's joined by Jabari Smith Jr. The Spurs opened up 8 of 15 from the field. They've made just 3 of their last 13 shots. Durant so far 1 of 5 from the field. 9 minutes of action. KD slap away by Castle. McLaughlin gets it ahead. Castle lines it up. Air ball. Spurs have gone cold. Smith squeezes through 2 defenders, loses his footing and turns it over.
Tried to force that one. Houston wants to be on the attack. They get to the line a lot, but that was a force.
Hanging in the air, it won't go for Vassell. Out of bounds, and it stays with San Antonio.
Well, Clint Capella, that's his second. He's blocked 1 shot. That's the second one he's changed, doing a great job of protecting the rim right now.
Get it in. Return. Castle is fouled. So that's the feel from Wembanyama, recognizing that the man that passed it to him was going to be open after the swarm. Upcoming national TV schedule. Tomorrow, NBA TV has the Lakers and the Hawks on ESPN. It's the Suns and the Clippers. Monday on Peacock. Wizards and Pistons. Tuesday on NBC and Peacock. Sixers host the Celtics. The Nuggets will be in Sacramento. Stephon Castle at the free throw line. Covington, Georgia native. NBA Rookie of the Year in 2025. Smooth skills, his ability to create for others. What happens when De'Aaron Fox comes back? How does that change things for San Antonio?
Well, I think it will help Stephon Castle. He'll be able to play off the ball. He's been having to play out of position. It may help him in the long run, but right now he's leading the NBA in turnovers at 5 per game. They'll put the ball in Fox's hands, and Castle can just become an attacker and obviously a great defender.
Durant asking for it against Castle. Durant, the back in. Automatic.
Yeah, we're not used to him missing a lot of those shots.
And Castle turns it over. Break opportunity. Shepherd, the pull-up 3. He's got it. Timeout Spurs. Rockets turning defense into offense. Largest lead of the night for Houston.
Well, this is their 3rd steal way out front on the floor where it's easy to just convert the other way.
Jokic, twisting, turning, got it! Jokic drive, Jokic scores. Joker's wild! Incredible! Fit Check is presented by Lexus. Nikola Jokic, 5 triple-doubles in the first 7 games. We've got Golden State and Denver coming up the second half of our doubleheader, the NBA on Prime.
Jokic's last game out against Miami, 33 points, 15 rebounds, and 16 assists. This is a center that's averaging 12 assists a game.
We've got the I-10 rivalry here tonight. McLaughlin out of the timeout, misses from the outside. Houston trying to build on its lead, currently 37-30, shooting 51% from the field. Shepherd has a screen from Capella. Shepherd the pull-up. And Capella the offensive board. Shepherd fires, got a 3.
We see it all the time. offensive rebounds turning into open threes. Great play by Capella to get that out.
8-0 run off the double team. Champagnie swing. McLaughlin, they'll live with that, and he hits on a rainbow triple.
Well, that's the second time tonight. Wembanyama's done exactly what our guys in the studio talked about before the game, making the simple pass out. Then they move the ball to the weak side, wide open three.
Good defense there from Champagnie. That just ended an 8-0 run. Eason drives in on Vassell, and he misses on the floater. Eason is there. Shot clock is winding down. Durant, he's a killer.
That's another three off an offensive rebound. This is what Houston does, and now they go back in this 2-3 zone at the other end.
And a body bump by Durant sent Champagnie down to the floor. Why the zone? Why is Houston leaning on this more than other teams?
Well, I think in large part they do it a lot when they have two bigs in together, so those guys aren't having to chase people around. But it's to slow teams down. The San Antonio team, second in the league fast break points. Teams tend to hesitate when they see the zone.
It's a part of who they are. It goes against the instincts of Ime Udoka, but he's recognized how effective it's been for them.
They play more zone than anybody in the league. Almost 20% of their possessions, they play zone.
And it's a shot clock violation. Sohan lost track of the time and turns it over.
And that's 8 turnovers now for the Spurs.
Ask Mitch Johnson, is this a measuring stick game? He said, I don't want to go that far. It's the first of 4 meetings. But he did say every time you play someone that has more experience than you, you're going to find out something about yourself. And they're finding out right now that Houston has a lot of serious offensive artillery. A Kogi swing. Durant over 2 defenders short. Champagnie there for the board. Sohan, attack mode, trying to go around Shepard. The help from Adams. Champagnie trailing the play, and he sticks the jumper for 3.
Well, there we go. Fast break points there for a team that is second in the league.
Kogi off the made basket, missed it in transition. 5-on-4 if they hurry. Kogi gets back, and Shepard takes it away from Sohan. Kogi, a 2-handed jam.
Well, you got to protect the ball handling against this Houston team. That's a 4th time tonight that they have stripped a dribbler out top.
45-36. Rockets under 5 minutes to go in this first half. And a defensive 3 seconds the call. Will get a free throw here for San Antonio.
And we've been showing these, but watch Reed Shepard here and just swarming on Jeremy Sohan.
7-0 in fast break points in favor of Houston. Vassell, a career 81% free throw shooter, cuts into the Rockets' lead. Castle in, Johnson to the bench.
Well, the biggest problem for San Antonio right now is with their best player on the floor, Wembanyama. They've been outscored by 18 points in 14 minutes.
Castle for Sohan. His 3? No.
Well, if that's the shot Houston forces you to take, that's great defense on the part of the Rockets.
Houston won the season series last year 3-1. They've actually won 6 of the last 8 meetings against the Spurs. Kogi, that's a ridiculous angle. He's fouled.
Good job putting the ball on the floor. We said coming in, this team is second in the NBA in free throw attempts at 31.7. That's only going to be their 3rd and 4th attempts tonight, so San Antonio's done a good job.
And the second fewest free throw attempts allowed. So think of that combination. Number 2 in free throw attempts, second lowest free throw attempts against them.
Well, coming into tonight, this is what we saw. The Spurs, a great defensive team, the best in the league with Wembanyama, and a poor defensive team without him. But tonight, that's sort of turned, and San Antonio has really struggled with Wemby on the floor.
Wembanyama back in. Kogi puts Houston in front by 10. Castle, cross, kick, Champagnie, in and out. Castle keeps it alive. Last touch, San Antonio.
That's a good shot, though. San Antonio, Mitch Johnson will take that shot every time. A wide open corner three for a very good shoot.
So far, San Antonio has had the most improved scoring defense from last year to this year. It's obviously a small sample size right now, but better than a year ago by a wide margin. Durant in a crowd, doesn't get the roll. Kept alive by Adams, but Castle is there.
Durant's struggling from the mid-range tonight, which is rare for him.
Wembanyama misses on a three ball. He is now 1 of 4 from the field. That bounced off the shoe of Thompson, but retained by Houston. 12 to shoot. Smith releases, pulls up, and is fouled.
It's a bad foul. You do not want to be fouling jump shooters.
It is Barnes picking up number 2. So Jabari Smith to the free throw line. Now in year number 4, 80% shooter. Signed to a 5-year, $122 million deal. Tap into the Emirates NBA Cup in the NBA app. Go deeper inside this game and follow the chase for the cup, including the Bucks defending their title. And tap to watch games live. Download the NBA app tonight. Another one here for Smith. Kogi goes to the bench. Şengün back in. 9 points for Josh Okogie. He's a career 6.3 point per game scorer.
But he's been off to a great start this year. Shooting over 50% from 3, shooting 53% from the floor.
Castle couldn't get the lob to Wembanyama. Barnes with a tough bucket.
Barnes with 11 points now, leading scorer in the game.
Half-court set, Şengün. Action with Durant. Switch. Durant the catch. Castle trying to stick with him. They surround him. Find the open man. It's Smith. Can't hit the 3. Contact going the other way. Loose ball foul against Houston. 48-39. 2:58 to go. First half.
Substitution number 3, Calvin Johnson checking in.
It's in the middle.
How would you like the chance to help the community and the chance to win thousands of...
Make a dribble towards him, engage it, and then honestly, sometimes you're just a decoy as a great scorer. If you have so many team guys around you, you make your teammates better. Swing.
Well, that's what they talked about pregame, and here it is. Wembanyama down in the low post. He knows the double team is coming. Here it comes. He gets it out. They swing the ball. Jordan McLaughlin knocks down the 3. Now in the studio, Steve Nash just shot the ball. He did not swing the ball to Taylor Rooks on the weak side. She was wide open. He did not move it, but he did knock down the 3.
So you're saying we should not have cut the video off?
Well, we didn't want to point out Steve's selfishness as
Ball
a player.
hogging.
We always knew that was him as a player, that he was a little selfish.
Sure.
He was known for that, and we saw it in the studio. 14
made field goals, 11 assists for the Spurs. But they've been playing from behind. Houston in front, 48-39. Barnes, the trigger man.
This Houston team is just so big playing in that zone. Amin Thompson's the small guy out there.
Barnes misses on a 3. Rebounded by Amen Thompson.
You've got 4 guys 6'10" or bigger on the floor right now for Houston.
Şengün pounding that dribble. The cutter. Thompson swatted by Wembanyama.
But the foul on Keldon Johnson on the cut.
So Wembanyama got it clean. Thompson is down. Keldon Johnson is called for the personal foul.
And Şengün, just a great passer. Nice cut by Thompson, and he finds him. Şengün, probably the best playmaker on this Houston team, and the closest thing to Jokic probably that the league has.
Thompson to the free throw line. He actually got hit in the head by Wembanyama on the follow through. That's what sent him down to the floor, but the initial contact was from Keldon Johnson. 8 points for 22-year-old Amen Thompson. 11-point lead.
Back in the zone again. Almost always when they play two bigs together, Adams and Şengün.
Adams defending Wemby. 7 to shoot. That ball goes awry. Scooped up. Johnson can't hit the three. Vassell can't tip it in. And Houston believes it was last touched by San Antonio. The call was out of bounds off of Houston. Spurs are 7 of 22 from 3. Wembanyama knocks it down.
Only his second bucket of the night, has not been to the free throw line.
4 points for Victor Wembanyama. 50 to 41. Off the double team. Turnover. But Johnson was on the baseline.
Wembanyama steps out and just shoots it over the top of Adams. Knocks it down.
Get it in for Durant. A minute 36 to go in this first half. Durant, a wall of defenders. Knock away, Vassell. Now it's a race to the rim with Thompson. Vassell, layup doesn't go, and a foul. He tried to finger roll. It didn't spin in.
It's a great steal there by Vassell. Both these teams struggling to take care of the ball a little bit here in the first half. 10 turnovers for San Antonio, 8 now for Houston.
Thompson picks up his first foul. Coming up next, the half presented by AT&T. Taylor Rooks, Dirk Nowitzki, Steve Nash, Blake Griffin, Udonis Haslem. All coming up. What a job they have.
Yeah, they're just over there shooting, making Udonis rebound.
Why is that?
Dirk and Steve Nash taking all the shots. Udonis doing all the dirty work down there rebounding.
I guess you play to the scouting report.
I guess you do.
7-point game. San Antonio with a little run here. Action away from the ball. It's going the other way. That is 9 turnovers now for Houston. Durant, the offensive foul.
Yeah, and 3 of them by Durant, that being his 3rd of the night. Here, they're just swarming him, and he just says, get off me. I want to get the ball.
3rd foul on Kevin Durant, replaced by Tari Eason with 1:18 on the clock.
Houston's going to stay in that zone.
So it's Thompson and Smith defending at the top of the zone. Thompson's got a 7-foot wingspan. Smith has a 7'1" wingspan. Castle. Oh, he's met by Şengün, and it doesn't matter. King of the Castle with the bucket.
His first bucket of the night. He is so strong. Just took that contact from a much bigger player and converted.
5-point game. And Thompson just tossed it out of bounds.
Watch this finish. That's great verticality by Şengün. He just reloads and is able to convert. And San Antonio, despite 38% shooting and 32% from three, hanging in this game, each team with 10 turnovers right now.
Reed Sheppard back. He's given them a lift. 10 points off the bench. 40 seconds to go, first half. Probing. Castle for Wembanyama. The fadeaway, rimming out. Adams pops it up in the air. Fight for it. Barnes saves it. Vassell cans the three.
I think both teams combined, we now have 6 threes off offensive rebounds.
And a 9-0 San Antonio run. They double Şengün, force him to get rid of it. 2-second difference, shot clock to game clock. Smith on a kick. Eason can't quiet the crowd. Out of bounds. Houston will retain with 5.2 to play.
Thought Houston shot the ball a little early there. If San Antonio could have come up with the ball, they had plenty of time to get down the floor and try to tie or take the lead, and they might anyway.
Castle trying to beat the clock. He does! The layup goes, and the harm.
Well, both these coaches are going to be very happy with how active their defenses have been in the first half, but they're also both going to be talking about the necessity of taking care of the ball.
Crowd is in a frenzy. Castle with the block to end the first half. San Antonio ends the quarter on a 12-0 run. And they grab the lead at the break, 51-50. Vassell banging one in from long range.
Exciting first half in San Antonio. Spurs close the half on a 12-0 run. They're up 51-50 in their NBA. Blake Griffin, Udonis Haslem. Let's start here with our AT&T connections, because it really was a tale of 2 different quarters. Starting with Şengün, though, he was leading the Rockets in assists at over 7 per game this season. His passing, a really big part of the first half success for Houston. But, Steve, things changed just a little bit.
Yeah, I thought he did a great job controlling the game in the first quarter. You know, he's able to back Wemby down for the pass, for the bucket. You know, he put him in the bucket a couple times. But then second quarter, you know, they got really sloppy. I think both teams played pretty inconsistently. Like you said, a tale of 2 quarters. Second half, 7 turnovers. Second quarter, 7 turnovers for the Rockets. That's too much. They're going to be looking to play a lot more efficiently in the second half.
Yeah, I think just for the Spurs, embracing the chaos, right? They got guys hurt. De'Aaron Fox is still out. Harper's out. They do miss Luke Cornett. Like, he's sort of an anchor for that second unit. So when you're playing like that, just embrace the chaos. Fly around, play hard, play fast. That's what got them back into this game. It wasn't that they were changing up their schemes or doing something completely different. They were flying around, making plays, and playing for each other.
I mean, that youth, that athleticism, that is your gift. I mean, you're one of the youngest teams in the league, so you have to play with youth, athleticism, and energy every single night. They had 11 turnovers. They finished with 10 turnovers in the first half, but the last 2 minutes were where they created about 4 or 5 of them. Start getting out on the break. You're tops in the league in points in the paint. You're tops in the league in points off turnovers.
Yeah.
That is who you are. As Wemby and the offense start to figure things out, don't forget to continue to hang your hat on the identity and the habits that you've built through training camp. Yeah.
And Dirk, when you're the Rockets, or when you don't really want to give this young team life.
Yeah, I felt like they had the game under control and really gave it away there. At the end of the half there, turnovers, gave up second chance opportunities, gave up threes, gave up fast breaks. So as a good team, you finish halves, you finish quarters well, and they didn't do that well at all. So I felt like they had the game under control and completely gave it away here.
We were also seeing some fun offense. Reed Sheppard there. What'd you see from Reed, BG?
I tell you what, man, if I was just half as confident as Reed Sheppard is on the break with KD running to pull up and shoot a 3-pointer in transition,
Do you think he saw him?
I think he's going to say he didn't show
Let's
it.
roll that tape. Let's see. BG, what did you see?
Because, well, you missed this shot. You'll be playing basketball in Pelican Bay.
Yeah, good shot.
Yeah.
They would have missed it.
Yeah, in his head, he's like, why didn't he pass? Yeah, good shot, man. Good shot.
Oh, good first half there. Rockets, they held them to just 2 shots over the last 2 minutes of the half. Devin Vassell and the Spurs up by 1 at the break as NBA Cup group play continues from San Antonio. And we continue on the half, presented by AT&T.
Devin Vassell and the Spurs. I didn't think we'd hear that.
Jokic, the only player in the league averaging a triple-double, no surprise. Joker and the Nuggets trying to avoid an 0-2 start in this NBA Cup. They play the Warriors in our nightcap. And of course, guys, we all know just how good Joker is, but you all have been really impressed with what you've seen from Jamal Murray, Steve.
Jamal Murray's had an incredible start to the season. You know, he's kind of had some slow starts recently. 5 assists, so he's off to a great start. And Joker needs a companion like that. Obviously, they got some bench guys that are trying to find their feet, so he's kind of helped carry the load with the Joker.
And why have they complemented one another so much up to this point in the season?
Whatever you do is wrong with those guys. I mean, you try to zone it. Jamal Murray is able to pull up, pull up and make you pay for that. If you want to switch it, he's able to go down low, and Joker's able to attack those mismatches. And the way he makes you pay is he's not going to score against those mismatches. He's going to find someone else. And that really makes defenses overreact against mismatches. This 2-man game is unstoppable. It owes me a ring. It owes me a ring. This 2-man game took a ring from me. So I understand how important this 2-man game is. And to follow up with Jamal Murray, the health is so important because now you see him getting it done at all 3 levels. And it's just not a 3, letting defense off the hook and settling. He's going to attack. He's going to get in the paint. He's going to make somebody better. That is who Jamal Murray has been, and that is what he's capable of doing with the basketball in his hands when he's healthy.
And UD is starting the Make Jamal Murray an All-Star campaign. Pretty crazy he's never been one, right?
I would have thought it would have been Steve first, but I guess I could start it. I can start the campaign. I can start the Murray campaign.
What have you all seen so far from David Adelman?
I think it's great to see the confidence, on the sideline. You know, you're taking over a team that's won a championship. Obviously, he's been there. He moves into that seat gets pretty hot. And he's done a great job making those guys, feel like they have an upward trajectory ahead of them. They can get back to the top. So it's been fun to watch him with confidence on the sideline, push those buttons and get those combinations going.
Yeah, Denver, one of 2 teams to rank top 5 in offensive and defensive rating this season, joining OKC. So some pretty elite company there. All right, Warriors Nuggets into the nightcap, but right now KD and the Rockets down by 1 against the Spurs at the break. Second half is next as Cup Night continues on Prime.
The Half is presented by AT&T. Connecting changes everything.
By Wingstop. Back here in San Antonio, 51-50, the Spurs in front. Ian Eagle, Stan Van Gundy, Cassidy Hubbard. This has not been an offensive exhibition by any stretch. It's been a bit frantic, and time for Wingstop from the wing. The 2 leading scorers you would not have predicted here tonight.
No, Reed Shepherd and Harrison Barnes. But both these teams great on the offensive boards and get a lot of second chance points. And tonight, they're getting rebounds and kicking it out for 3. Reed Shepherd there. And now off the Wembanyama miss. The ball is loose. Great hustle for the ball. Harrison Barnes out to Vassell, who knocks this one down. And Harrison Barnes himself hit 2 of his 3 threes. Came off second shots. I believe 5 or 6 of these threes in the game coming off second shots. That and turnovers have been the story of the game.
Spurs were down by 11. They go on a 12-0 run to end the first half. Rockets with possession. Start of the second half, NBA Cup West Group C. Okogie to Şengün. Shot clock is winding down. Şengün with the baby hook, and it doesn't go. Rebounded by Wembanyama.
Wembanyama, the leading defensive rebounder in the NBA.
See if the Spurs have a carryover first half to second half. Here's Castle against Okogie. Wembanyama was held in check in the first half. Durant comes on a double. Ball's deflected and a turnover. He guides it over to Thompson. Smith is running the floor. And he did not travel on the gather and the scoop to the hoop.
Man, the size of Houston. I mean, how much ground did Jabari Smith cover there? Just carrying that ball to the rim. And Wembanyama's got to know, they're coming quickly when he puts it down.
That goes down for Champagnie. It's a tray.
Well, that was perfect. Ball comes out of the double, simple pass, swings to the weak side, wide open three. You've got to make them pay, and you've just got to make the simple play. You do not need to make home run plays.
Double, Champagnie jars it loose. Castle takes a peek on the wing. Vassell, the pull-up, bottom.
San Antonio basketball there. That's what they want to do. 20 points a game off of turnovers. 21 already tonight.
Thompson rims out. 57-52 Spurs. Castle shake and bake. Send it back to the perimeter. Keep it moving for Vassell. He draws Smith defensively. Screen from Wemby. Roll. Slam! French flush!
That's a really nice pass from Devin Vassell, going to his left and making that wraparound pass. 8-0 run for San Antonio.
And the Spurs are up by 7. Barnes digging in there against Durant. Durant gets the step, pulls up, copyrighted.
Well, that's the Kevin Durant we know and have seen in this league for a long time, and we know he's capable of getting it going and knocking down a lot of those.
He's in double figures, 11 points for KD. Champagnie. He got cut off by Şengün, 7 to shoot. Barnes peeks at the clock, step back three, book it.
Wow, Harrison Barnes. He has been on fire the last 5 games for the Spurs.
Deflection by Castle. Kogi steps in, ends up in the front row, but saves it to Wembanyama. Champagnie. It's an air ball.
This is Vassell coming off the pick and roll. A left-handed wraparound to Wembanyama, who finishes it. Nice play by Vassell, a much improved player over the last couple of years.
Durant on the move. Oh, big finish! Kevin Durant attacks the hoop.
Well, and Houston leads the NBA in dunks, and they get a big one there.
Castle on the spin. It's off, but a loose ball foul. It's staying right here.
Durant just finds a seam and goes to the rim. Nobody coming to help. Defensive breakdown there for San Antonio.
Third foul on Şengün. 62-56 Spurs. Castle, the cut. Champagnie gets the step, layup, no. And that's going to be foul number 4 on Şengün.
Well, and this is where, though, Wembanyama has not had a good night tonight. But this is where a guy like Wembanyama's value is seen. Amin Thompson was on him there and was just concentrating so hard on guarding Wembanyama. He never saw the help to come over on Champagnie. Your teammates can take advantage of the attention paid to the great players. They create more baskets than ever show up on a stat sheet.
Julian Champagnie has been a success story for San Antonio as Şengün goes to the bench. Undrafted out of St. John's. Had a quick stop with Philadelphia and then settled in with San Antonio. Stints in the G League. They signed him to a 4-year, $12 million deal. His twin brother Justin plays with Washington.
I love the stories of the undrafted players as Durant draws a foul on Barnes. We've got one of the best in the studio in Udonis Haslem, made a great career for himself, and Champagnie doing the same here in San Antonio.
So Durant to the free throw line where he's 2 of 2 tonight. That's the 3rd foul on Barnes. Mitch Johnson was trying to have a quick meeting with Vassell and Castle, and then Amen Thompson just joined them for the meeting, so that was broken up quickly. This rivalry goes back to 1976. First ever meeting. Houston went 125 to 116. Who was the leading scorer in that game?
I don't know. Believe it or not, I
it was
don't
rhetorical. I wasn't expecting you to answer. Rudy Tomjanovich, 28 points. Foul called. And Wembanyama will go to the free throw line. George Gervin had 30 in a losing effort. Calvin Murphy had 26. I studied the box score.
Well, you know what? Those guys, especially George Gervin, put up a lot of those night and night.
Big time.
And Wembanyama finally got a little space there. That's the biggest gap he's had to drive the ball.
Only 190 miles separate these two cities. They've met 4 times in the postseason. Houston is 3-1 in those playoff meetings. Wembanyama, 2 out of 2. There's a maturity to him, and I think a deep appreciation for now what he's getting to do based on what he went through, the deep vein thrombosis that cut off his season last year. The block by Wembanyama, he pinned it against the glass. Thompson didn't have a chance. Champagnie, and that's rejected by Smith. Out of bounds.
Wow. These are 2 of the best shot blocking teams in the league. Wembanyama, the best shot blocker we've had in a long time in the league. Wow. Takes that one to the glass. Shockingly, his first block of the night.
They are number 3 in blocks per game at 5.9. The turnaround. How do you defend it? Wembanyama nails it on the baseline.
Well, he's been making the simple pass out of the double team. That time he turns away from the double and shoots it over the top of the smaller Okogie.
Great answer there by Eason. Steven Adams just went to the locker room for Houston.
Well, Eason gets open for that 3 because San Antonio came and doubled Durant to get the ball out of his hands. Star players make it easier on all of their teammates.
Champagnie connects for 3. He's got 8 in the third quarter, 11 overall. The lead is 10 for the Spurs. Okogie ball movement leads to a triple.
Second corner 3 coming off of the double team against Durant. Durant willing to make the simple play. Not going to show up on the stat sheet as an assist, but he created the bucket.
Wembanyama's leg got stuck as they were trying to feed it, and a foul is called. Victor Wembanyama, a poster on Kevin Durant. KD says, I got an answer for you. Timeout in the third.
I'm here with De'Aaron Fox, who's going to make his season debut tomorrow night against the Pelicans. We won't hold it against you that you didn't make your debut on Prime Video. But look, this was your first hamstring injury, so a lot of patience had to go into it. But what did it take mentally and physically to get to a point where you could return?
I mean, for me, it was really just when I felt comfortable. I felt like I felt comfortable early on. But, I mean, talking to people who have gone through not quite the same injury, but going through hamstring injuries, always talk about how they felt great, and then they go out there and re-injure it. So that was something that I didn't want. I didn't want to have a setback, even if I had to sit out longer. So that's a big thing that went into it.
And you had an opportunity to watch this team grow to start the season. Mitch Johnson said he's not going to put that big of a minutes restriction on you. So how do you plan to make an impact early when you return?
I'll just go out there and do what I do. I mean, try to create havoc on the defensive end, continue to touch the paint offensively, and then create for myself and create for others. I mean, that's why they brought me here. So they believed in me, and I believe in myself.
I know everyone's excited to have you back. Thanks for your time.
All right, Cassidy, break opportunity. Champagnie drives, and a foul is called. So that will be Okogie picking it up, trying to protect the rim. And that is 5 team fouls against Houston. So no De'Aaron Fox, still looking to make his debut, expected to do that tomorrow night. No Luke Cornett, he's out with an ankle injury, and then Dylan Harper, that calf injury. For Houston, Dorian Finney-Smith is yet to play this season for the Rockets, coming off ankle surgery. We talked to Ime Udoka about it. He said there's no update other than he's doing some non-contact stuff, but they're probably still looking at December.
Yeah, but he'll really help him. He gives him another guy with size who can defend and knock down threes. Those 3-and-D type guys around guys like Kevin Durant and Alperen Şengün, just very important.
Champagnie has been a difference maker. 73-64 Spurs. Durant is being harassed by Sohan. 10 to shoot. Eason the screen. Castle goes for the steal. Eason gets the step. Shot clock is winding down. Thompson. The pull-up doesn't go. Adams got his hand on it. Controlled by Smith, and the short pop, no. Adams over the top. Foul is called.
Great block out by Keldon Johnson. And San Antonio will be shooting on that.
So the Rockets over the limit. More free throws here for the Spurs.
Believe me, and our guys mentioned how hard, in the studio, mentioned how hard Steven Adams is to block out. That is a great job by Keldon Johnson, and that is a tough way to earn your way to the free throw line and a chance at 2 points.
So it's Keldon Johnson. He's got 7 points off the bench. Live update presented by FanDuel. Start of the game. Spurs plus 4.5, currently minus 6.5. Johnson can bring this lead to 11 and does. It's the largest of the night. At one point, Victor Wembanyama was minus 16 when he was in the game. He's now a minus 1 because of that flurry they went on at the end of the first half. Smith off the double team, kick, Eason cans it for 3.
Wow, Tari Eason has started this year shooting the lights out, besides what he's able to do on the defensive end of the floor.
8-point game. Castle hard drive, dishes inside, Sohan brought it down low. Eason scraped at it, jumper, Johnson, no. Matt Thompson taps the ball to himself. Keep it on the perimeter with Smith. Under 5 minutes to play in the third.
It's great transition defense by San Antonio, who gives up the second fewest fast break points in the league, and now they come and trap Durant again.
Hard double. Adams shovels, and nobody home. Thompson puts it down.
Kevin Durant, he's got 5 turnovers tonight because of the pressure. He's also got a bundle of hockey assists.
Sohan the catch. Could not get it to Johnson. Instead, it's Champagnie. Upstairs, Sohan couldn't finish. They're running 5-on-4. Durant. And that's turnover number 6. He was trying to hit Adams on the bounce. Sohan was still back there, and he's fouled by Thompson.
Well, when Kevin Durant has just made the simple play and let his teammates move the ball for open shots, Houston's been very successful. When Kevin Durant has tried to hit the home run, it's ended up in a turnover.
And they're going to take a look to see if this was anything more than just a common foul on Thompson.
The ruling on the floor is a common foul. The play has been reviewed to see if it's potentially flagrant.
I mean, he did swipe down, Ian. One of the things that they look for, a wind-up and a follow-through, but he just grabbed his arm. I would say that that is not a flagrant. I would also say that Jeremy Sohan has a future when he's done playing as an actor on that. He really enhanced that play.
Yeah, his body started twisting and turning. There was a chop there from Thompson. Tony Brothers, the crew chief, Justin Van Dyne, and Brandon Adair, the officiating crew.
He could definitely, if not as an actor, make it as a stuntman in the movies. That was outstanding by Jeremy Sohan.
It's the third foul on Thompson. And it looks like they're going to upgrade this one.
After review, there's wind up and follow through and contact to the face. Therefore, this foul meets the criteria for a flagrant foul penalty 1. There'll be 2 shots, plus San Antonio will have possession of the ball on the sideline.
Well, as you mentioned, Stan, this has been a point of emphasis. If you see the windup, that's usually enough for the officials to then take the next step.
Well, to wind up and follow through, and I didn't really see him hit him in the face, but I guess he did. When we go back to the late 80s and early 90s, that might not have even been a foul.
It looked like as he was trying to pull up, the right hand hit the side of Sohan's face, a bit of a graze. So this happens at the 3:50 mark of the third with San Antonio up by 6. Sohan can add to it. Career 72% shooter. Upcoming national TV schedule. Tomorrow, NBA TV has got the Lakers and the Hawks, ESPN, the Suns and the Clippers. Monday on Peacock, it'll be the Pistons and the Wizards. And then Tuesday on NBC and Peacock, Celtics and Sixers, the Kings hosting the Nuggets.
This is a big play right here. Houston had started to really make a run, work themselves back into the game, and then the turnover and sends Sohan to the line, makes them both, and now they get the ball back and another opportunity.
Thompson sits. Both teams are making their free throws. The difference is San Antonio has taken more of them. They're 17 of 19 at the line. Houston 9 of 10. Vassell missed it badly on a 3. The defense there from Shepard.
That was a great contest. Vassell saying he got fouled, but that was a great contest. We'll see a double team here.
Sohan the help. And almost took it away from Durant. Out of bounds with 11 to shoot.
These teams have been very aggressive tonight against the Stars. Not only bringing the second defender, but attacking the ball when they do. Durant has 6 turnovers. Wembanyama has 4. They are coming after the Stars tonight.
Wemby is back in along with McLaughlin. Shepard. 5 to shoot. And there's a foul. Sohan was trying to operate around Durant and then got caught with a shove. It's just the second team foul for San Antonio.
Well, and the call had to be made because otherwise it's an illegal screen.
Oh, Eason just tossed it up. The layup goes for McLaughlin.
Turnovers continuing to be a huge problem for Houston. 17 turnovers, 27 points.
And another over and back against Eason.
Well, Mitch Johnson and his assistant Sean Sweeney have to absolutely love the defense right here. They've forced 18 turnovers. They've scored 27 points off of those turnovers.
San Antonio just 1 turnover in the quarter. Houston has turned it over 7 times here in the third.
But that turnover there, that comes from not having a point guard. Tari Eason trying to bring the ball up the floor and initiate offense. If that's Fred VanVleet, those turnovers are eliminated.
And a turnover by San Antonio and Sohan. It's a 10-point Spurs lead. 2:59 to play. Third quarter.
Warriors. Everybody get your spirit fingers out. Ole, ole, ole. Go Spurs. Go Spurs. And you're not going to stop until we win. She loved it. I didn't tell her she loved it. She was like, I don't know if she wanted a hug or what. And I was like, Mom, like, now is not the time to begin. We're in the middle of a possession.
I can confirm for Big Red, Cassidy did not want a hug. And he now has no shirt. Durant fouled in the act and a chance for 3 the old-fashioned way.
Here's the thing. Kevin Durant, by his standards, has not had a great night. But this is one of those guys in the league that when you're the opposing coach just scares you to death, because you know he can get it going and you could have 15 minutes left of this.
Third foul on Sohan.
I would think we'll see Houston back in the zone now with 2 bigs in the game, and yes, they are.
18 for Kevin Durant, 79-72 Spurs. McLaughlin has seen minutes based on the rotation and the absence of De'Aaron Fox to start the season. Kick, Barnes, hot first half. It continues. Harrison Barnes with a downtown hit.
He is now 18 for 30 in the last 5 games from 3, 60%.
5 of 7 from downtown tonight. Şengün off one leg, no. Rebound, Thompson trying to take it away from Wembanyama, and they'll jump it up.
That was the Şengün shot, the Dirk Nowitzki 1-foot step back. Impossible to contest. Just not as accurate on it as Dirk used to be.
Wembanyama checks in at 7'4". He might actually be taller than that. And Amen Thompson is 6'7".
And they've created 2 pockets for him that he can tip into. Between Sohan and McLaughlin is where he goes. McLaughlin has the ball and ahead to Wembanyama.
Wemby is fouled. That shoulder shimmy shake from Victor Wembanyama leads to 2 free throws.
That's a great job by McLaughlin. Simple. Just get it to your best player ahead of the pack, and Wembanyama attacks.
10 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 block, 4 turnovers.
It's been a struggle the last 3 games. Teams are really coming after him. And one of the reasons, though, is you don't have De'Aaron Fox or Dylan Harper, 2 of your best offensive players, so you can double him without as much worry about what can happen on the weak side.
This team went 34-48 last season. Wembanyama missed a large portion of it. He played 46 games last year. But you saw progress. Thompson, no. Follow, Şengün, no good. And a foul is called. Adams with the board.
Steven Adams works on getting position on the offensive board even before the shot goes in the air. He's not waiting until the ball is shot.
Foul is on Wembanyama, number 2. Shepard, good first half. Bounce it, Şengün, that's an open look. Put it on the board. 84-74, Spurs, a minute 26 to play in the third. Against this zone, they'll feed it. Wembanyama will fade. Bank shot, no. Houston came in number 1 in the NBA in scoring, 124.7 points per game. Adams lays it in and 1. Wembanyama picks up the foul.
That's a nice pass by Reed Shepard, his 4th assist of the night to go with 10 points. Excellent pass, and this 2 big lineup starting to wear on San Antonio a little bit. A nice pass. And Cassidy, what does Şengün think about the 2 big lineup? Would he rather be playing center, or does he like playing next to Steven Adams?
No, Şengün told me he loves that double big lineup because it makes his job a lot easier. And he said, basically, you know, he's played power forward most of his life, always next to another big. And Steven Adams has been the perfect fit for him, sealing defenders, grabbing offensive boards, and handling the dirty work that frees Şengün to create. And Adams told me it works because Şengün is so smart, and his vision and feel allow him to share the space. It may look chaotic, but they find their pockets and they work off each other, guys.
Yeah, and it definitely creates some interesting matchups the other way for teams to deal with. Tim Burr, Adams goes down with Wembanyama, and Durant recognizing there's nobody protecting the rim, just goes straight to the cup.
Well, Steven Adams takes his man out of the play virtually every time because he's always carving out position, and so you can't take a body off of him.
Yeah, it's a 7-point game. 6-second difference, shot clock to game clock. McLaughlin gives it up. Barnes took his eye off the ball, and Şengün with the steal. Houston, 8 seconds to work with. Durant imploring his teammates to get down the floor. Swing it, Shepherd, Şengün, pump fake, at the horn, bottom! A three! Alperen Şengün beats the buzzer. Action underway here in San Antonio. Wembanyama drives in and lays it home.
Wembanyama stripped again.
Castle trying to beat the clock. He does! Welcome back to San Antonio, where the Houston Rockets trail the San Antonio Spurs 86-82. Kevin Durant, 20 points. Victor Wembanyama, 12 points on 4 of 9 from the field. Houston shot it at 60% in the third quarter, Stan, but actually lost the quarter because of turnovers.
Yeah, 7 turnovers for 15 San Antonio points. And so they scored 32, Houston did, but San Antonio 35. And Houston still with the double big lineup and in that zone.
Over the zone. Castle comes up short. Saved by Johnson. Barnes controls it. Diagonal Champagnie. He'll fire. And hit. A three.
They are just killing them on threes off of offensive rebounds. That's now 26 second chance points for San Antonio.
And Champagnie's got 16. Shepherd's three. No, one and done for the Rockets.
San Antonio's only got 9 offensive rebounds, but 26 second chance points.
Hot hand? No, Champagnie missed it. Another offensive board. Champagnie misses from long range, and it's controlled by Şengün. Early fourth quarter, Spurs up by 7. Şengün off the rim. Houston is shooting 58% from three-point territory, but only 11 of 19. That three ball does not go for Barnes.
Well, that's how they've been all year. They came in leading the league in three-point percentage, but 29th in attempts.
Shepherd lines it up, knocks it down. It's a three.
Well, you can make the case offensively that Shepherd's been their best player tonight. 13 points, 5 of 8, 3 for 5 from 3, 5 assists, and only 1 turnover.
Trying to deal with this zone, Champagnie. Wembanyama, in and out, rebounded by Johnson. Wembanyama, look out! He spins it in.
Well, Keldon Johnson's offensive rebounding really helping the Spurs right now.
Shepherd, return feed from Eason. Shepherd trying to make it happen. Thompson, no good. Castle, early offense. The hard drive, Barnes. He tried to dump it inside, but Adams steps in front of Johnson. Eason looking for the angle. Working around the perimeter. That was not a clean pass for Shepherd, so it gives San Antonio time to recover. Şengün against Barnes. That spin is tough to handle. He squares and scores.
Yeah, he's great with his footwork. They're back to a 4-point game. San Antonio struggling against the zone, but the offensive rebounds.
A giveaway there by Castle, but a foul was called.
But here it is, Keldon Johnson running in from the perimeter. Great offensive rebound and finds Wembanyama. 4 offensive rebounds and 4 assists for Keldon Johnson in 24 minutes off the bench. They are plus 10 with him on the floor.
That was the 3rd foul on Reed Shepherd. The sidestep, Wembanyama. So polished.
Great move and a great finish, but getting him the ball right in the middle of that zone key to the attack.
Shepard draws 2 defenders. Şengün blocked by Wembanyama.
He did not even jump on that one, Ian.
Johnson one-on-one with Şengün. The back end. Johnson working hard. Shovel. Castle. Baker goes.
Great cut by Castle and another assist from Keldon Johnson. 5 on the night.
95-87. Spurs. And a timeout called by Ime Udoka. 8-point game. 4th quarter action continues from the Alamo City. Prime presented by Wingstop.
Well, Victor Wembanyama's starting to get going. Gets the ball in that middle of the zone. Great agility, stepping around Steven Adams and finish, and then barely jumping and blocking Alperen Şengün. And then against the zone again. Great cut by Castle. Nobody sees him. 5th assist for Keldon Johnson.
Out of the timeout, Şengün guides it home, plus the foul. Ime Udoka is well schooled on the San Antonio way. He played for the Spurs. He was an assistant coach under Greg Popovich with the Spurs, won a title in 2015. He called the timeout to get his team organized, and led to that.
Well, pick and roll with your 2 best players is generally a good way to go for coaches. Durant and Şengün together right there. Durant makes the pass, Şengün finishes it, and they're back to a 5-point game.
4th foul on Wemby. Ball movement, Champagnie back for Johnson. Shot clock is down to 10. Castle trying to challenge Okogie. Okogie gets his hands on the ball, and a foul is called. That is the 2nd team foul against Houston. 4th personal on Okogie. So the Spurs have it on the side. 14 to shoot, under 8 minutes to go. The middle opened up for Castle. He'll take it. The lob and slam! Wembanyama on the setup by Castle.
A little bit of confusion in that zone. And a huge gap opened up. Castle's 8th assist of the night. Wembanyama with the
good flavor. Wingstop is here. By CarMax. Want to drive? And by Hanes. Hanes, never uncomfortable. High energy game, both ends of the floor. There have been a bunch of turnovers, yes, but both teams playing really hard, highly competitive. 7-point lead for the Spurs.
Well, this is what happens when you've got intense defense and no point guards.
Durant, 6 to shoot. Durant, tough delivery, the tip in. Şengün gets the roll.
Şengün getting it going a little bit here. That's 15 second chance points for Houston, but Vassell right back.
Nylon for Vassell to give San Antonio an 8-point lead.
15 made threes for the Spurs.
Durant off the rim, loose ball foul. Şengün goes down. It's going to work against San Antonio. Durant felt he was fouled on this play and the previous play. And the foul is called on Wembanyama, which is number 5.
And now we are going to review, and that was the referee decided that. So I don't know if he thought we had something untoward here.
Oh, he scraped him across the face.
Absolutely. And that's what they want to take a look at. We could definitely get a flagrant 1 out of that.
So Şengün got the full Wemby palm. And then a little extra theatrics just to make sure the officials saw it.
Well, look, I mean, we saw Sohan with a tremendous acting job. And now Şengün. I mean, listen, your athletic career, even if you last a long time like LeBron, you're done in the early 40s. You have a lot of time to work.
Yeah.
You have to develop other career options. Acting could be a big one for these guys.
After review, there's contact above the shoulders to the face. Therefore, this meets the criteria for a flagrant foul penalty 1. There will be 2 shots plus possession of the ball.
So we saw it earlier with Thompson on Sohan. We see it now with Wembanyama on Şengün. Is this something you worked on in training camp with your guys, how to act on a potential flagrant?
No, my teams never did that.
Of course.
No.
Of course.
No one ever flopped. No. We had integrity.
I'll check the tape. So a pair for Şengün, and then Houston will have possession.
Well, it's a team in Houston that came in shooting almost 32 free throws a game. This will only be their 15th attempt of the night.
And they're 14 out of 15. Şengün has got 20 points. He and Durant lead the way for the Rockets. High man for San Antonio is Wembanyama with 18. Knocked away. Durant lines it up. Can't hit the 3. Johnson got his hands on it and created a defensive rebound for his teammate. 100-94 Spurs. Castle, killer crossover, kick for Barnes. Shooting practice, got a 3.
His 6th one of the night. This guy has been on fire for 5 games.
He played with Steph Curry. We just didn't think he would shoot like Steph Curry.
Wow.
Cross, Durant, offensive foul.
That is Durant's 7th turnover of the night.
That is 4th personal as Barnes takes the hit from KD.
And Houston stay in zone even with Şengün at center and none of the other bigs in. They don't do this quite as often.
Trying to build this lead back to double figures. Johnson back out for Castle. He's going to line it up. Johnson again, an offensive rebound for the Spurs.
Somebody might want to get a body on Keldon Johnson.
Okogie with the cookies. Feed it. Durant turns the corner and throws it down. Timeout. San Antonio.
Wingstop? Lemon pepper all flats?
Lemon pepper all flats.
Lemon pepper wings. Lemon pepper wings.
Oh, man.
Wingstop lemon pepper all flats for Lake?
Seriously?
Over here.
Wings. Lemon pepper wings.
All these wings.
Tastes so good.
For one man.
These are fries, too.
Fries. With lemon pepper wings.
Wingstop's here.
San Antonio 103, Houston 96.
Well, and there it is. Durant wants the ball. He gets it, and he takes it in and finishes. The story of this game has, in my mind, has been offensive rebounds, especially those leading to threes, and turnovers turn into points. Combined between the two teams, I have 51 points off of turnovers tonight.
Every time it looks like San Antonio is going to pull away, Houston has had answers.
The intensity has been great. Now, elsewhere in the Cup, because I'm always following the Cup.
I know you are.
Toronto is on the verge of becoming the first team to go 2-0 in the Cup with a win at Atlanta tonight. And that 2-0, both those games were on the road, at Cleveland and out Atlanta. Toronto now in control of East Group A.
An early Cup favorite, the Toronto Raptors. This is the first cup game for these two teams. 103-96, Spurs lead it. Out of the timeout, Castle drive, kick, Champagny steps on the sideline, turnover, San Antonio.
Number 17, 36 turnovers in this game, 51 points off of turnovers, and a combined 45 second chance points, 28 from San Antonio. So neither team is scoring easily by any means on their first shot.
Şengün, drop step, puts it down hard. Şengün on a rack attack.
Not much resistance there from Stefan Castle, who's an outstanding defender.
Şengün's got 13 in the fourth. The three ball doesn't go for Castle. Rockets chipping away, now down by 5.
Castle now 0 for 4 from 3. And back on Şengün, Wembanyama coming to check in.
Şengün, he draws 2 defenders. They back off now, one-on-one. Castle with the assignment. Şengün tries that drop step again. This time, another defender. Thompson just camps out underneath, and Şengün finds him on a perfect dish inside. 3-point game here in the fourth.
Şengün loves this left or right-to-left spin. Takes it there for a bucket. Sets it up in the exact same spot. Spins again. Here comes the double team. Look at the vision. He sees Thompson underneath and finds him for a layup. Expect them to go back to Şengün again and again.
Largest lead for San Antonio has been 12. Largest lead for Houston has been 11. Currently, 3-point differential. Wembanyama gives it up. Castle, extra pass. Champagny, cha-ching.
But again, they got the ball to Wembanyama in the high post against the zone. He found the cutter and then the pass out. So nothing shows up on the stat sheet for Wembanyama, but clearly it was his bucket.
Shepard answers. A tray ball for Reed Shepard. 106-103.
16 points and 6 assists in 24 minutes for Reed Shepard.
4 minutes to go. Wembanyama playing with the 5 fouls. Nobody there. Castle in the sky for the slam.
Well, Ime Udoka's probably going to have to go back man-to-man now. They're getting Wembanyama the ball in the middle of that zone, and he's picking them apart.
12 points for Castle, 11 assists, just 2 turnovers. Durant peeks at the clock. He drives on Wemby. Durant can't finish. Foul is called.
Here Wembanyama sees it, makes the pass to Castle on the cut. Castle makes the extra pass for a 3, and then the next one he gets the ball at the high post again, and this time Castle's wide open and nobody comes to him.
Castle picks up the personal. Durant is 5 of 5 at the line. 23 for Kevin Durant.
He got the ball on the wing there, had Wembanyama on him, and Durant's fellow University of Texas alum, Royale Ivey, now an assistant coach, stood up on the bench and said, drive him, and he did.
Royale and Kevin Durant have a very close friendship going back to their OKC days together. Royale is one of the most positive people you will meet in this industry.
And did an unbelievable job coaching Nigeria in the Olympics. Just an incredible job.
108-105, Wembanyama, tough angle, rebounded by Castle, kick out, Champagny pops for 3.
Well, that's the story of the night for San Antonio. Offensive rebounds to 3s, 31 second chance points.
Şengün, no, followed by Thompson, no good, but a foul.
Şengün forces Wembanyama into a tough shot, but great offensive rebound there by Steph Castle. Kicks it out for his 12th assist of the night. Champagny's 6th 3 of the night.
That is the 4th team foul against San Antonio as Castle picks it up. 111-106. Second free throw here for Amen Thompson. 13 points, 5 rebounds. Right now, 10 o'clock on the East Coast. We're going to get you out to Denver as soon as the Rockets and Spurs end with more NBA Cup action. Tip-off set for 10-12. Warriors, Nuggets. Wembanyama, hard drive. Couldn't finish. The follow is good. Stephon Castle rising up for the offensive board and stick back.
Second one in a row for Castle. 33 second chance points for the Spurs.
Thompson. Kick. Okogie can't hit the three. Okogie the offensive board. Right through the hands of Şengün. Turnover Houston.
Number 20 for the Rockets.
Wembanyama. Back out for Castle, volleyball style. And now they slow it down. Feed it. Wembanyama. Fades and hits. Alien alert. Intensity is high in the NBA Cup.
Intensity is high here in this rivalry and cup game. Wembanyama on a tough drive, misses it. Here comes Steph Castle out of nowhere for the finish. And then Wembanyama showing patience and knocks it down. He's now got 20.
About to hit the 2-minute mark. 115-107 Spurs. Durant. The spin against the grain. Air ball. Thompson is there. Shepherd a three. No good. Barnes with the board. Okogie the loose ball foul. That is the 4th team foul against Houston. Stops the clock with 1:52 to play. Five fouls on Josh Okogie. It will be Tari Eason in, replacing Reed Shepherd. San Antonio shooting 57% from the field in the 4th. Wembanyama. Double team. Castle find the open man. Champagnie contested. Missed the three.
Good ball movement, though, out of the double team.
Şengün to Durant in a crowd. Knock away Champagnie. Steal for the Spurs with 1:18 to go in the 4th and a turnover. Travel.
Turnover to turnover. 21 for Houston, now 18 for San Antonio. Kevin Durant with 8 turnovers, 24 points, but 8 turnovers tonight. Still
1:18 to play.
Yeah, still a lot of time. When you got guys like Kevin Durant and Şengün on the floor and shooters like Eason and Shepherd, there's a lot of time.
Şengün looking to do it quickly here. Barnes hunkers down and a foul called, the arm bar from Barnes. And that's going to put them over the limit, so Şengün will shoot 2 with 1:11 to play.
I mean, it's admirable effort, but you do not want to put teams on the line at this point. The clock is in your favor. You do not want them scoring with the clock stopped.
4th foul on Barnes. Houston is 18 of 19 at the free throw line. The Spurs are 19 of 21. A career 70% shooter. Okogie in. Shepherd sits. San Antonio is riding with its original starting 5 tonight, with just over a minute to play. 1 out of 2. Şengün. ...23 points.
17 of them here in the second half.
Barnes gets it in for Vassell. Barnes will handle it. Thompson backs off into the hands of Castle. They lead by 7. 1 minute to go. Wembanyama, double, Champagnie, swing, Vassell, side rim, Champagnie, the offensive rebound. Poked up in the air, Okogie comes away with it. Lead pass, nearly intercepted. Bodies are flying, Thompson couldn't grab it. Knocked away off the ricochet. And a foul is called at midcourt on Şengün. It was like a pinball bouncing off bumpers.
If you look up chaos in the dictionary, this will show up. Great offensive rebound, but then a turnover by Castle. I don't know what this is.
And now Wemby at the line. Extends the lead. 38.1 on the clock. 21 for Victor Wembanyama. MVP chant in game 8.
Yeah, a little early.
The lead is 9, and the Rockets are running out of time. 35 seconds to go. Şengün, his jumper, doesn't go for 3. Long rebound for Thompson. His toe is on the line, missed it from 2-point range. Castle the rebound. Thompson scrapes it away. Okogie has it blocked by Champagnie, but Şengün is there for the loose change. Get it in for Barnes, and he's fouled at midcourt with 18.9 on the clock.
In this game, Ian, we have 42 turnovers. We have 60 points off of those turnovers. We have 32 offensive rebounds and 54 second chance points. I think we know what the theme of this game has been.
I believe the term you used was chaos.
Wow, but the intensity was high. You know, you bring together two rivals, geographically close, and add the cup to it. I don't care what anybody says. The stakes are a little higher. There's a little more to play for, and the intensity goes up, and we've seen that tonight.
And then it pops even more on this all-gray court.
Oh, this is a beautiful court. Maybe my favorite one in the cup. I'll be unveiling that later. And what a way for this one to end. Another Rockets turnover.
Harrison Barnes with the flush. We've talked about the diff. Points do matter. 5.9 to play.
It's a great win for the Spurs. Let's not forget, De'Aaron Fox doesn't make his debut until tomorrow. Dylan Harper, one of the best rookies, is out.
And that'll do it. NBA Cup action. San Antonio with an early season statement. They defeat the Rockets 121 to 110. Fun matchup. Entertaining in all phases. Send it over to Cassidy.
Victor, what an intense and physical game. You had 15 offensive rebounds, 33 second chance points. The team you did had 15 offensive rebounds and 33 second chance points. How do you describe just what went into this team win for you guys?
We knew it was going to be a fight right away, so it ain't 1,000 ways to do it. You got to fight. I think we did a good job on Steven Adams, probably the best offensive rebounder in the league. It's just relentless fight for 8 minutes.
Yeah, and you snap their 5-game winning streak and get your first cup win in what they're calling the group of death here.
What?
They're calling it the group of death.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I didn't see that. I I didn't see that.
Well, it's going to be a fight. So what did this win mean to you?
It's a lot, but we come into every game with the expectation to win, so it's no different.
Congrats on the win, Victor. Back to you, Ryan.
All right, Cassidy, thanks so much. Game 1 of the NBA Cup for these two teams, and it's San Antonio who prevails. Warriors and Nuggets coming up, but first we'll send you to our studio. The crossover presented by Universal Orlando Resort. For Stan Van Gundy, Cassidy Hubbard, Ian Eagle saying so long from San Antonio.
Max wanted music.
обернулась, воротилась.